Okay, so this is Jace from Uber Rock, and I am here with one of the lovely guys from Volumes. If you'd just like to introduce yourself, please.
What's up, guys? Michael here from Volumes. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. So as we were just saying before this, a little bit of a screw up on my own part from the timing being a bit wrong.
Uh,
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that.
it happens. It happens. No worries.
Yeah, but I mean, for you guys, this is a bit of a story of very short notice changes as well, because you've jumped on to sort of save the day with a slot today.
Yeah, Chelsea Grin are our friends. I would have liked to play with them on this festival if we could. But yeah, we're obviously super keen on Radar Fest. We were here a couple years ago, and it was awesome. And the takeaway from it was like we want to come back instantly. So we got the call from Joe and said yes.
Yeah, because and you played like a little bit of a fill-in slot in Carlisle, I think. Is that?
Yep, we're doing a show at the Brickyard in Carlisle.
Yeah, that's it. It's an interesting choice.
Money talks, and we took the bag. So we're going up to Carlisle to do the show.
Yeah, it's like a lot of times when bands come over from like North America, you usually play the usual places of like, Manchester, Glasgow.
Yeah, I mean, besides joking about money, I mean, I think we're a type of band that like we can be out of our comfort zone and do cool stuff. And if we can make it happen, we'll do it. We love doing like one-offs, like in random places. I don't know. It's just like going from like doing like a hall or a proper like venue and then going to do something like a small bar and pubs, just like fun to us.
Yeah, because like it's one of those things that we really appreciate. Because like me myself, I'm originally from a small town in the northeast, this is Middlesbrough. And so when bigger bands used to come to like that town, we would always give it like both barrels, because like the closest place where people would normally play would be Newcastle.
Right.
And Newcastle's like an established city and stuff.
Yep.
So but when we get like, I don't know, even from our own country, like Bullet for My Valentine, we were always like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I can imagine the crowd there is going to be like,
yeah, I mean, just all the marketing and like promotion behind that particular show has been like what we're realizing is there's just a lot of really excited kids, a lot of really excited people that are going to come out and see us. And kind of, you can't ask for more than that. Having like a community in whatever city and town, just like ready for you to come. Show's been marketed and they're in their small city center for X amount of weeks. Like it's cool. It's cool to do some stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, and also the fact that you were able to sort of make like a short notice something like thing like this work as well. I mean, your set at the Radar a few years back was.
Thank you. Everyone talks about it a lot, especially in like the Radar ethos and community, and like we're still confused why. Like we had a great show, but like yeah, it's one of those things where it's another show for us. Obviously, we're experiencing like a good time and having a good time, but the takeaway was like exceeded what we thought we did out there, and it's just the response and like the welcoming energy from like this community and the festival is like the main reason why we keep coming back to do stuff.
Yeah, because like you guys, one of the bands I would describe as like most enduring when it comes to like this sort of scene as well. Because Volumes was always popular within like Tech Fest as well.
Yeah,
like even way before like Radar came to be, and
right,
all the other sort of like smaller tech metal circles, and now it's come like full circle with Radar and sort of expanded from there.
Yeah,
so it's just great like seeing that you were sort of like down for it overall, and it's just very, very interesting to me as well. The Radar show as well also had one of the best photographs I think this festival has ever had.
So yeah,
where it was like Annie Cizek like reaching out to grab the microphone from Mike, and it looked like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah. It's exactly. It's like what happened at that show. Just like Andy being there, just like everyone that was there that day too. It's like it was pretty special for us. And if we go back on like big shows and big moments for the band, there's like only a couple that exist at the moment, and that's definitely one of them. So we always like talk about the first Radar Fest.
So like when it comes to like touring around like North America as well, like sort of just touching back on how it is for Carlisle. Do you have like similar experiences like in North America where when you're touring, you do try and sort of push it a little bit towards like places that don't often get this?
Yeah, I mean we can't be too luxurious with that at the moment. I think like I mean bands that are like, you have to be in a lucrative position, in my opinion, to really do what you want. And let's say do 4 shows in the US and they're small venues and it's LA, Texas, New York, Miami, whatever. That takes a lot of money because
that's a lot of distance as well.
It's such a small amount of shows. Yeah. So we try to replicate that. We're going to try to do something like that in the future. We've actually been talking about doing like small venues, exclusive shows, and only like 6 of them. But logistically, it's a nightmare. So I feel like the closest thing we get to that is like doing these like B markets, C markets tours, which some bands won't even touch. But we're hard workers and we do love like gunning those nooks and crannies and going back to like Colorado Springs, not Denver,
Yeah.
but Colorado Springs at the Black Sheep is like one of the sickest venues I've ever played. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in a bombed out, methed out city, but they've cracked the code where people will come in troves still from Denver, from all around the surrounding areas to make that venue what it is. So we go back to those places, or like X Arcade in Cudahy, Wisconsin, which is like a closet, a broom closet.
Yeah.
But it's gnarly and it's fun. They take good care of us. So like we try to do that for the rest of our careers, I think.
So like, I'm always like interested like about the insights into like how like the States as well as Canada as well keeps this sort of almost like cohesive scene going, even though it's such a widespread country. There's so many different states, so many different like places to go and everything, and yet there always seems to be like a sort of like a relatively cohesive scene across the whole area.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I've noticed is going outside of the U.S., the camaraderie of, let's say, like the heavy music community, like it extends on like what I have experienced in America, but we have just a lot of aloofness as well. We have a lot of just people that come to shows and consider themselves a part of the scene or whatever, but they're generally not contributing anything. And I think when you get out of America and you go to other countries, everyone there's so well versed. They know your music, they know what you put out, they know about other bands. So when you talk to fans, it's like totally different experience. So in a really nice way, I'm saying Americans are kind of dumb, but that's that's not the main focus. I think what I'm trying to really get across is like there's parts of the community in the US that can always like get better. Some kids live in towns where they get no shows, you know what I mean? That's a big problem too. So it's a really big place to cover it all. Yeah, all the
Yeah, because like I don't live in the UK anymore. I've been living in the Netherlands for like 3 years.
Nice.
And I found like the longer I live there, the more I realize how siloed the UK can be, for example.
Yeah.
So, and then the Netherlands is the same. And I'm starting to realize this when I'm trying to pick up more and more bands from other countries, is that these are bands that will be massive in their own right, in their own countries, and then there's nothing outside of their own places. But
Yeah.
there seems to be a lot of like cultural exchange, more specifically between like the UK and the US as well. So I'll see like bands from the US when they do come over, they play like anywhere up to like 7 or 8 dates or something in the UK, and then maybe once a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the similarities are there too. I would say, like, I would just say the UK and the US, like when I'm in the UK, I don't even feel like I'm out of the country. Like I'm so comfortable here. It's changed too. I used to come here in 2011, 2012. And since like I'm fast forwarding now, like, it's changed over here too with everything, including the music and community, especially the heavy music. I feel like it's pretty linear. I feel like US, UK bands can like tour together, kind of piggyback off each other, and it all works out.
Yeah, because I've seen like a lot of smaller UK bands. They're all doing these like massive like US tours now.
I mean, it makes sense. Like they can get out of this market and try another one, and it's like it's not that far away.
Yeah.
It's 10-hour flight, flying to trying to break it in Europe or Australia or any other like it's that's a grind. I think like US bands going over to Europe is tough. But back to our conversation about Americans being very impressionable, your UK band comes over, like they're gonna do 100%.
Yeah, because it's always been like the US has always been like that nut to crack when it comes to like a lot of like UK bands, especially like Europe as well. Because it seems like if you won the States, then
yeah,
hey.
100%.
So,
and if you're a band in the States and you could break it in Europe, it's like the biggest luxury you can have, because like the market is so generous over there. If you can do it, if you can crack that code,
Yeah, so I seem to recall the guys from Make Them Suffer,
yeah,
Australian band.
Yeah,
their last tour was across Europe, and it was like they were saying that was going to make or break it.
That was going to make or break that. Yeah,
they were like, but they smashed it.
It's interesting with the band from Australia, because that country is so small that they probably needed that tour. They looked at that tour being like, we need this tour to like push us through right now, because we can only tour our home country so many times.
Yeah, it's just like, it's nice when you get to see bands that are able to do this sort of thing, and it's always appreciated when I get to see like volumes, because like the amount of times I've got to see it previously has been like relatively sparing. I think prior to Radar, I think the last time I had a chance was Crown the Empire years ago.
Right.
So, but seeing you come back and everything so soon.
Thank you, man.
Super. especially like with the new album and everything as well. And I was chatting to Mike about it as well. It seems like the response has been pretty solid so far as well.
It's been good. My head's already on to the next thing, so I kind of detached from this album already. But this one was a big community builder for us. Happier kind of like placed us back into the game, and then this one, I would say, let our supporter and our community understand that like we're not really going anywhere, and this is what you expect.
Yeah, Happier was a bit of a surprise album for me because there'd been like a bit of it was a bit of a gap, right? Wasn't it? Between like the previous one, and there was like a bit of a return with a similar-ish sound, but like a little bit more like what's it, growing up?
100%.
Yeah, like because the whole gent thing kind of happened no matter where.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bands that sort of were part of that movement, and then Happier came along, so like rock like the similar sort of ethos, but with a bit more of like a modern spin on it.
Yeah, I think for us it's just like we're old guys now. We're all over 30, and I think that's matures the word for us moving forward, like just across the board. Like we just want to bring our fans with us into a new era of just like wisdom and maturity. This band's had a lot of tumultuous eras, and we just want to provide some stability and comfort through Happier, through albums like Mere Touch, through the next couple ones we're gonna make for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Continue stay in the course for now then.
It's a plan. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll be trying to get stuck into the crowd, but given what it was like last time, I might have a bit of trouble keeping up with the energy of everyone else. So either way, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, mate.
So,
thank you.
Thank you very much for coming back over again. I'll always be there every time.
Sweet, man. Absolutely.
So, cheers. Thank you very much.
Yep.